Hello everyone, welcome back to Just Learn Korean. Are you learning Korean on your own? Do you want to speed up your learning process? If yes, you have to have the right strategy to learn Korean more efficiently. So today I'm going to introduce the best way to learn Korean alone at home. You will agree that learning Korean requires a lot of effort and time. But there are definitely smart ways to speed up your improvement. Of course, the key is to know lots of vocabulary and grammar. But the most important thing is the way you study them. So let me ask you two questions. Have you prioritized what to learn? If not, you need a study plan because it's very easy to get distracted and demotivated when you study on your own. A good study plan is your map that keeps you on track. Have you decided how to learn? If not, I strongly recommend this simple and easy method. You can apply whatever part of Korean you are learning. Many of you are just listening to K-pops and just watching Korean movies and dramas. Don't get me wrong, they are great ways to immerse yourself in Korean. But it takes much longer to actually improve your Korean. That's why you have to look at lyrics or movie subtitles and study new words and grammar. So continue whatever interests you, but make sure that you spare 30 minutes or 1 hour every day and stick to the study plan and the method that I'm going to introduce today. This study plan is about beginner's level, which is divided into three stages: absolute beginner, beginner, and upper beginner. At each stage, you have different things to focus on, but always apply this simple method. Listen and read aloud. 듣고 큰 소리로 읽기. 듣고 큰 소리로 읽기. This method is super effective because when you copy native speakers, you can easily fix your pronunciation and you can understand native speakers better. But also, you can naturally memorize new words and grammar at the same time. I applied this method when I studied Chinese. I listened to 4 books and read them aloud over and over again every day for 3 months. Literally, I had pain in my jaws at the end of the day. What happened? I was able to jump from beginners to an upper intermediate level. So remember, even one word, listen and read aloud. 듣고 큰 소리로 읽기. Now, let me explain what to learn at each stage. If you are an absolute beginner, the main thing you have to focus on is pronunciation. You need to get familiarized with Korean sounds. To achieve that, follow these 3 steps. Step 1. Learn Hangul, Korean alphabet. I'm sure that you can master single consonants and vowels within one day. And you can master the double consonants and vowels the next day. Remember, always listen and read aloud. 듣고 큰 소리로 읽기. But it will be more effective if you write them down while reading aloud. Step 2. Learn nouns and numbers. You don't need to memorize meanings, just focus on pronunciation, listen and read aloud. you can study any nouns. 엄마, 아빠, 우유, 고양이. And then numbers. 1, 2, 3, 하나, 둘, 셋. Step 3. Learn basic Korean phrases, which are often used in everyday conversation. For example, 고맙습니다. 아니에요. 죄송합니다. 괜찮아요. Listen to them and read aloud. If you are a beginner, the main thing you should focus on is vocabulary. At this stage, you need to expand vocabulary by actually memorizing meanings. There is only one step. Learn new words in various ways, but with 2 rules. Rule number 1, always look up a dictionary and check pronunciation, because many words are not pronounced as they are written. For example, this. How do you pronounce it? In the dictionary, 문법, 문법. Rule number 2, always learn new words with example sentences, because words are often pronounced differently in a sentence. For example, this. How do you pronounce it? 꽃 한 송이 샀어요. 꽃 한 송이 샀어요. So with these 2 rules, you can start with pronouns and the most common words, and then move on to the most common verbs and adjectives. But you have to be careful when you study verbs and adjectives, because unlike English, base forms are never used. Korean verbs and adjectives always change in a sentence. So learn them in the present tense, in the past tense, and in the future tense. Once you complete, you can try opposite words, words in the same category, words that have the same Chinese roots, words that sound like English, or any words that you want to know in your situation. Don't forget, listen to example sentences and read them aloud. 듣고 큰 소리로 읽기. If you are an upper beginner, the main thing you should focus on is grammar. At this stage, you need to understand the system and patterns of Korean. So follow this step. Learn interesting grammar first, but with 2 rules. Rule number 1, memorize grammar in chunks. For example, 부터. Once you understand the meaning and how to use it, memorize it in chunks. 2시부터, 오늘부터, 여기부터, 저기부터. Of course, listen and read aloud. 듣고 큰 소리로 읽기. Rule number 2, ignore grammar that you are not interested in. Because if you check every single word, you will lose motivation and interest in learning at some point. So you should either skip things that you are not interested or just memorize them as long as you understand the meaning. Don't forget to listen and read aloud. 듣고 큰 소리로 읽기. So, here is a study plan that I put all the steps. It's just my style. You can make it in any other ways. Once you make yours, attach it where you can easily see it so that you can remind yourself of what you need to study each day. There is one thing that you have to remember as well. Do you see this? Yes. repeat. Repeating what you learn is more effective than learning more and more new things. So go back to what you learned 1 week ago or 1 month ago and repeat the same thing again. That's all from me today. I hope you've enjoyed this lesson and make progress in your Korean. Please join me again next time. Goodbye.